Hi, and welcome to How to Clean Your Shellac Disc second method. So I have the B-side of the disc that I just cleaned using soapy water, and I'm going to place the B-side on here. Incidentally, I bought this in Windsor in a retro shop, in a charity shop, just about 100 yards from where it was originally sold by E. Harrison, gramophone dealer. And back in the early days, back in the analogue era, gramophone dealing, whether it was records or machines, was very seasonal. And so gramophone dealers had to have an alternative income stream. And so, can you see here, E. Harrison, gramophone dealer, Winner Records, see the bold type, gramophone repairs a speciality. And on the reverse side is E. Harrison Cycle Dealer, and it says cycle accessories and repairs in much smaller type. This was because people were a bit sniffy at gramophone dealers that also sold and repaired bicycles. They generally felt that they weren't sensitive enough in order to maintain their precious gramophones. And so you can see this represented in this sheet that was actually produced by E. Harrison. The gramophone repairs a speciality. He's therefore stating that that is his main profession, and this is just something else that he does. Anyway, so here we go. I've got my B-side, and what I'm going to need for this is a piece of card and some wood adhesive, wood glue. Make sure it's wood glue, that it's not solvent based. Solvents can damage your shellac disc. I've included, with this clip that I'm pasting onto the Facebook page, I've included links to how shellac is in fact grown and harvested. It's actually resin produced by the lac bug. So, you get your woodworking glue, and I know it seems very counterintuitive, but you start to just spiral it around your disc. Do not be mean with the wood glue. To the extent that I bought so many pots of this, the man from Homebase has started giving me funny looks. Anyway, here we go. Once you've put your wood glue down, you're then using a piece of card. Don't use anything too abrasive. You start then to smear the glue into the grooves of the disc, right up to the playout groove, taking care, of course, to avoid touching the label in any way. Right up to the edge of the disc, making sure that there are no gaps. You want it to be one big glue fest with no holes and no gaps, because otherwise it's going to get a bit tricky to remove. So what I'm actually doing is I'm forcing on driving the glue into the grooves. Remember the grooves that I talked about that were basically full of jagged edges, which is in fact the inscribed sound. So I'm just working right up to get that disc. If you need to add more glue, add more glue. And there you have it, and you leave it to stand overnight. And when it's dry, you then peel it off. Because I'm a child of the 70s and therefore watched a lot of Blue Peter, here's one I prepared earlier. I've also just began the peel. And as you can see, this is the glue. It's now completely transparent, or translucent, if I'm going to be particular. And so you start to peel it off. And try and peel it so that it all peels off in one go. You don't want to be leaving little strips of glue on the surface of the disc. And there we go. One clean disc. And then we have the plastic. And in that plastic is all the dirt and grunge and dirt and dust and all of that stuff. Actually, you can see it there quite clearly there. From from the grooves on the record. And that is how you clean a shellac disc. Wood glue is also a technique you can apply to cleaning your vinyl discs. And it's particularly effective because vinyl discs, of course, have micro grooves. Do not try scrubbing with soap and water a vinyl disc, you'll destroy it. But there we go. So that's how you clean a shellac disc using wood glue.